Hey Crafty Peeps! I know that it's super hot where I live and I am craving fall weather. So let's get into today's DIYs. I'm taking this leaf tray from Dollar Tree and covering it in this chocolate paint from Waverly. Now this is an acrylic paint instead of the chalk. I think it covers this a little bit better. And then I'm going to grab a sign that I have from Michael's that I got in my Michael's grab bag, so it cost around 50 cents or $1. And I'll paint that square there in the center with the plaster paint from Waverly. I love the mustard print in the background, so I kept that. And then one of these acorn ornaments from Dollar Tree I also paint. Now it's just a matter of assembling. I just hot glue down this leaf right onto the sign here. I love the chunkiness of this sign. I just think it is so different, and I love how this turned out. I then went ahead and I grabbed some out of my stash, some of these little letters here. I got them from the Target dollar spot. Unfortunately, I got them like 2 years ago, but you can find similar things in the scrapbook section of your craft store. So I'll just glue that acorn down and the word down, and then this project's complete. As you can see, it was really easy to make, and I'm really trying to use a lot of the stuff I have in my stash this year for my fall decor. But don't get me wrong, I still went to Dollar Tree and bought a bunch of stuff because the next project you see has some amazing pumpkins in it that I purchased from Dollar Tree. This project's going to be like a planter box that I'm going to do a fall arrangement in, but I am going to make it so you can use it year round. So these are the pieces I use. This is just any sign will do. This was in my stash. I just need something for the bottom of my box, so that's it. I took my circular saw to it to cut it, but you can also use an X-Acto knife and some pressure, and these boards snap really easily. All right, so there are my pieces. Now I'm going to break out the backs of the hello and family signs. They don't come out easily, so just know that in advance. Trying to get the staples out is not the way to go unless you're just really good at that, because they were in there so tight. So I really just ended up ripping the back off. Just do it as gently as you can, and then you can pop the staples out. So you can see I've got little holes there, but it won't matter. So I'm going to cover my backing with contact paper. You can use scrapbook paper, wrapping paper, gift bag, whatever you want that has a print on it that you like. I'm loving this neutral look because, again, this is going to be a fall arrangement, but I also want it year round, so I think this gave it a nice farmhouse look as well. Then it's just going to be a matter of gluing all my sides together. Oh, well, first you're going to have to glue this backing back onto the sign, but this would just be cute on its own, just changing that out. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of DIYers do that, but the prints that Dollar Tree chose are not my favorite, but it's an easy fix. Then I'm going to take some chocolate paint from Waverly. This is an acrylic paint, and paint my little boards there. I'm going to leave this bottom board plain. You're not going to see it, and it's brown enough so it works well. And then using some wood glue as well as some hot glue, I'm just going to start assembling my box. And like I said, I want to be able to use this year round, so I'm going to glue my floral foam just to a piece of old cardboard and cut that out, and that way I can lay it in and out of my box. So if I want to put something else in the box, I'll be free to do that. And I wanted to say hello fall, and I couldn't decide exactly, did I want to use these Scrabble tiles? Did I want to use these little ones? Did I want to use the bigger fall? I went ahead and decided to use the little fall letters. I stick it down to some masking tape, and then using sandstone chalk paint from Waverly, I go ahead and I paint my little letters there. My camera cut off, but I did just glue them right down to the front of that sign where you saw earlier. Now, here is the amazingness of the pumpkins that Dollar Tree put out this year. There's leather, there's burlap, there's like a sweatery, oh, they're so beautiful. I love all the textures. If you know me, you know texture is like my favorite. So I'm going to take some of these and some of the beautiful brown leaves that Dollar Tree also brought out this year. Again, I love the little like lighter colors. I don't always want to have a lot of orange, and so I just love the neutrals here. So I just go ahead and I start, you know, arranging things around, and I'm absolutely obsessed with how this arrangement turned out. And again, I can just lift it out, I can put it away in my fall decor when I'm done, flip it around, and use this for any other kind of arrangement. I could put some, I don't know, bottles in it, you know, whatever you might put in a little box. So let me know. Oh, and I was going to say, these signs, I do believe they have Thanksgiving and fall signs that say like grateful and stuff, so you wouldn't have to use the hello, but that's what was in my stash. And like I said, I'm really trying to use up things in my stash this year. I love a reverse canvas because it is a quick and inexpensive way to make a larger sign that will have a nice wood border. So if you haven't seen them before, you just cut that canvas piece off. I'm using my X-Acto knife. You can also use like a rotary cutter. Doesn't really matter. Don't worry about those staples. Those are going to be on the back side anyway, so it won't matter. Once you get that canvas ripped off, set it aside because we are going to use it. And then I'm going to take some wood filler and I'm going to fill in the holes. This is a cheaper canvas. Those value packs that you get at Michael's, I want to say it's like 5 for $15 or something like that. They're really inexpensive. So just using some wood filler to fill in any gaps, any spots that don't look good, and then I sand it down, and once you paint over it, it looks amazing. So using some light mocha apple barrel paint, I went ahead and painted that around. Now I flipped over the canvas, okay, so now we're working on the back side of the canvas, so it has more of a neutral, well, canvasy color. It doesn't have that shiny white. And I went and purchased an SVG there from Creative Fabrica, and I cut it out with heat transfer vinyl. When you're using it on fabric or like a canvas, you want to use the heat transfer instead of your regular vinyl. The regular vinyl just doesn't stick as well. So I went and I cut this out in 2 colors. So this is the gold, and then I did like a brownish color, and I did what I think I love fall most of all. Is fall your favorite season? It's definitely mine. I think like a lot of fun stuff comes. So flip it over, and now with really tight, you want to re-staple this back down and then cut off the excess because you will have hangovers. So go ahead and cut that off. Lastly, I grabbed this leaf wreath form from Dollar Tree. I liked it all on its own, and look at that neutral brown color. It works so well. And so I'm just using little beads of hot glue there in places that you can't really see, and it held really well. And I think this sign looks pretty high end. I picked up this wood piece from Joann's last year on clearance for around $1, and then using my paint markers, I went ahead and colored it in. You can see on the left there where I shaded against the right side. Okay, and then I'm taking this like burlap charger I got at Goodwill for 99 cents. It was normally a Pier 1 one for like $7 and something. And then it's just a matter of gluing this wood down and then using some of those leaves and flour off to the side, and that's it. It was a really easy project. The burlap charger, I have been wanting to use it, and then I think, no, don't use it for that project. You might want it for another. I just loved it. So, but Dollar Tree has some really great chargers that would work as well. So again, just gluing these down, and now I have a beautiful fall charger for my decor. I hope you enjoyed all these fall products. Make sure you subscribe because I have more fall videos to come and you don't want to miss them. Until next time, happy crafting!